consumption patterns have to change, because as we know from stakeholders like WWF, currently we're using 1.5 planets as mankind, and we need to have to reduce our resources that we need, and one of the ways to do this is through sustainable production, but also through sustainable consumption.
The consumption side is as crucial as the production side. I mean, they need to go hand in hand, but it's far more difficult, of course. How do you tell people what to consume or not? Do people really realize how much meat they eat? That it's unhealthy for the planet, that it's not necessary, that they don't need all the vitamins, that it's just overconsumption.
Any overarching strategy would have to accomplish fundamental changes in the way how we live, how we produce, how we consume.
What is the best way of getting consumers engaged? One way, of course, the basic way is to increase and improve information, and there the philosophies go into, well, let's just have more labels.
If you talk to consumers, they really don't know what the impact of the products which they buy or the services they consume are. So by giving them more and more information, they know what the impact of their decisions are. And then into the area of behaviour change, what will make people actually do something different. We're not talking about people studying and really understanding the footprint of every single product they buy. We're talking about them building up very, very simple rules.
We need to first focus on quick wins. There are simple things that consumers can do today that make a difference, and that actually gives them the feeling that they have made a difference in their choices.
We cannot leave this to the market. This needs strong market interventions, and at the end of the day it means to impose sustainability policy against the interests and the lobbying of industry.
More data, more research, more harmonization of methodologies on the technical side is needed, but also more engagement and more trialing of messaging and information with consumers.
We need to go further than just labeling. Information is important, but we need to take steps further, otherwise consumption will be one of the biggest problems of the future.
When I see that 40 years of policy making hasn't led to any meaningful improvement, then we have a quite bad prospect. It will change when you see the first impacts of the crisis. We will see an increase of the energy prices. We will see maybe also the running out of certain resources. That will, of course, significantly increase the urgency of action being taken.
We are also in a crisis because of the further and increasing resource prices. It's not only a crisis of banks, it's also a crisis of the oil price. Look at the copper price, metal prices. They are all going higher and higher, and I think that is really a problem.
This cannot be left to voluntary action, neither on the part of industry nor on the part of the consumers.
Individuals would want companies to be legislated that they have to make this information available, which is very different from being told that you have to actually live within that allowance.
If we compare what we had, where we were in the 70s and we were now, we have doubled roughly the size of the economy, but I wonder where we have really improved the quality of life that much.